This is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. And today we're going to be talking about an old news. So, about a month ago, the Pentagon came out with this statement or theory that there might be a mothership uh, in our solar system, and there was so much other information coming at us. I think Trump was being indicted. There was so much going on, and I didn't have a chance to really talk about it. And it kind of stayed on my list of reading to do, on my to do list. And today, I really want to take a look and see what's that about. Now, for those interested, today I'm going to be using Brit's Third Eye Tarot. It's a pretty cool deck. You can find it on Etsy, on Amazon. I love it. Don't get to use it as much as I want to, but it's pretty awesome. So, about a month ago in March, maybe mid-March or end of March, the Pentagon came out with the news of a mothership residing or circling our solar system. And I saw that information either on militarynews.com or militarytimes.com. I don't remember the exact name, but I'm pretty sure if you Google it, you will find like a bunch of mainstream media alluding to this article. And I thought it was interesting that information about UFOs is coming out right now. So I wanted to ask the question, why now? Why are the information about UFO is coming out? And the thing is, every time, I don't know if you guys realize, every time information about UFO is coming out, there's always another bigger story that kind of pushes aside, and you don't really get a chance to investigate or to get more details about it. The government just put it out there and just runs away. So I want to use this opportunity to ask the cards, why now? Why is the Pentagon putting out this statement about the mothership being in their solar system? I think people who believe in that culture, in the possibility, will be okay with it. But I'm pretty sure this news, for a person who's a staunch religious person or who believes that they're the only person in the universe, might be a little shocking. So let's see, why now? Why is the Pentagon putting a statement like this now? I mean, this is so unusual. This is not something that they would do, because they've been keeping alien artifacts or devices or flying objects, unidentified flying object, a secret. And now they just blurred out that there's a mothership in the solar system. And I think they also mentioned that they're sending probes into our planet. So let's see, why now? Why now? Why is the Pentagon divulging or disclosing information now? That's curious. Okay, first card, Three of Pentacles, the World, situation, Five of Swords, recent past, I'm trying to put everything into frame. Four of Cups, Four of Cups present, and then Five of Pentacles, potential outcome, and Seven of Swords, clarification, the Empress, clarification. So we ask, why now? So this is so interesting because the first card is the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacle deals with asset, money, financial, but it can be foundation as well. And it could be a group, a pretty solid group, apparently that exists. That's real. This is not esoteric or anything. So that group decided that maybe this was time. This was time to put the information out there. So it's a group, they're trying to build up on a new foundation. So three of Pentacles it's the only card in the suits of Pentacle that's shown in stone, if we were using the Rider-Waite card. Now for here, you see these ladies doing a gymnastic cheer, and you have to build trust in order to keep that person up, and that person have to trust the person down there holding her feet so she doesn't fall. So you have to have a solid foundation. So whatever that group of people, and I want to assume maybe in that sense it's probably the alliance, and they have a solid foundation amongst themselves, and they decided that it was time with the world this is the situation, that they wanted to move things along, like a different phase, that they wanted to usher a new age where, as if they want people to be aware of what's been going on. Now in the past with the Five of Swords, there were some conflict or heated discussion about the proper time to share that information. And that's so interesting. I've seen this before, where there's been conflict in the past, where they've been trying to decide when is the right time to put that information out there, to share or to disclose. And with the present, with the Four of Cups, the thing is, I don't think people realize, or the alliance or the power that be, or whoever you want to call them, the good guys, let's say, I don't think they realize people are on an information overload, because right now people are so concerned about other things. I don't think they care if there's dinosaurs next door to them, because there's other concern. So people who would notice, but I think the majority of the people are still not aware, because the Four of Cups is basically a person who is so deep in thought, or so deep into their, what their drama was, they're not even noticing what's going on around them. So I think right now a lot of people are going to informational fatigue, or being on information overload, and not even aware of all those information that's coming out, because it's so hard to keep track of what's happening. Like I said, this news have come out like a month ago, and hardly anybody really talked about it. It's just been posted in the news, but everybody was busy about Trump. Everybody was busy about the banking collapsing, and this information just like flew by, and so a lot of people didn't really pay attention, and that's not. I guess it applies for many other situation. I'm sure other articles have come out, and people just didn't realize, because they're on information overload. So again, a lot of people are not paying attention of the attempt of disclosure, because everybody's so busy with their own drama, with their own problems, with what's going on with the world, and their finances. So emotionally, people are just like tuned out, right? And potential outcome with that Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles, it is representing temporary setback. So as if the message didn't really go through. So say right now. So why now? They wanted to disclose, but I don't think people are ready to receive it, because people have other concern, and finances is one of them. So that Five of Pentacles, people are going through loss. I'm pretty sure you've seen the news. Banks are collapsing, inflation, and now potentially foreclosure here in the States. I don't know how it is outside of it. And I'm not too sure about the real estate market outside of the US, but things are pretty rough here. And I have a feeling it's probably worse outside of the US. But a lot of people are going through loss, financial concern, and because of inflation, because of the banks and everything in between. So people are not noticing this type of disclosure. So interesting. So why now? That it was about timing, but I don't think people were ready to receive it, or people had other concern to really receive that information. So that's interesting. So kind of like a misfire, huh? And clarification is the Seven of Sword. So the Seven of Sword is basically uh, uh, so the strategy. So I'm guessing maybe their strategy was, even if that the news was not came out with a big splash and was not uh, 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 like in the headlines, but I think the strategy was, something more subtle, maybe to start putting it inject this type of truth disclosure in people's subconscious. So because uh, uh, Seven of Swords is about trying to get away with something, using strategy, being cunning, and like being swift, or being like a ninja. But here it's kind of being swift. So even even though people were not ready to receive it, the fact that the information is out there is starting to get into people's subconscious, because sword is about truth, word, information, spiritual awakening. So that's another way that you can look at it. Interesting. And the Empress. The Empress card, that's interesting. So the Empress card multiply for me. It's like amplifies something. So it's as if to say, okay, maybe they're starting to trickle down the information, but in the future, there's going to be more disclosure that's coming in, that will be coming in, even though right now we're not ready to receive it because we have other concern, finances mainly. But there's going to be more information that's going to come out disclosed. So why now? Basically, they had they decided that now would be a good time, and they kind of wanted to give a signal that things are about to change. However, and they had like a heated discussion in the background, the alliance people, if you want to believe that there is such a thing, and I think there may be, thought it would be a good time, and they had conflict about the timing. However, there were so many things going on around us, they realized, a lot of people, they even know that the Pentagon came out with that statement. So okay, now that we know right now, let's move on. So when can we expect full disclosure? Now, a lot of people have been talking about Project Bluebeam, and so if you don't know about Project Bluebeam, it's basically the deep state or the cabal having access to hologram technology, or some kind of technology that can project an image that would look real, that would feel real, that would sound real. And ooh, the dog, sorry. So a lot of people feel like there's going to be a scare event first, where they're going to try to push the idea of aliens trying to attack us or something to that effect. And yeah, I mean, if there is another group of aliens and they want to take over, I think they would have done it a long time ago, and maybe they have. Some have said. That's another story for another day. But let's ask, when can we expect full disclosure from the Pentagon? I mean, it's a two-word of a question, but can we expect full disclosure from the Pentagon about UFO and extraterrestrial or star people in the next, let's say, 6 months? I think that's a nice time frame. So can we expect full disclosure from the government? about UFO, extraterrestrial in the next 6 months. Because I know timing is not. So 2 of Pentacles. To answer the question. 2 of Wands. Situation. Oh, sorry, not sorry, 6 of Pentacles. To answer the question. 2 of Wands. Justice card. Recent past. Ace of Pentacles. Present. Knight of Cups. Potential outcome. The Emperor. Clarification. And Knight of Pentacles. So we asked the question, when can we expect disclosure in the next 6 months? So I guess the answer to answer the question, yeah. Because 6 of Pentacles is about sharing. It's about inheritance, giving a promotion, and things balancing out, like a communication wise. And the fact that it's Pentacle means that it's tangible, it's real, it's gonna happen. So they will disclose more as the weeks, months, in the next upcoming weeks, months ahead, that they will be sharing information. And with the 2 of Wands situation, so 2 of Wands is about looking in another direction. So they want us, they're doing this purposefully so we can look. Maybe it's a way to get out of the matrix, because if you were brainwashed into thinking a certain way, by knowing some new information, it's going to open yourself to a brand new avenue, to a brand new opportunity, a brand new way of looking at the world. And I think that's what they want to do here with that 2 of Wands. See this lady, she's looking at the map attentively, as if she's looking at the map for the first time, with brand new eyes. So I think they want to do that, awaken the people into different opportunity, different possibility. And I think with that, it brings hope, because once you know that there's a different way of thinking, it really changes your mind, really changes your way you think of things, you process information. So I think, and the wonder that comes along with it. So the 2 of Wands, I think that's what all that in a bag of chips. Justice card. So Justice card. So usually justice can be about legality, but it can be about timing also for me. And it also mean communication. So it's as if to say, so we ask, can we expect disclosure in the next 6 months or so? So it's as if that they have some legality to iron out before they can. Or maybe there are some stuff that needs to be done. Maybe there's some cleanup that needs to be done in order for them to be able to share or divulge more about the UFO. So maybe there's some more cleanup that needs to occur, either at the Pentagon or wherever else, right? Whoever controls that bureaucracy in general, they need to clean up the mess first before they can come out. And with the present, so we ask for the next 6 months, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles means new beginning, new opportunity. It's as if you've been giving this opportunity. And the fact that it's a Pentacle, oh yeah, in the next 6 months, there's going to be more information about UFO, more information about disclosure, maybe from official channel, because Pentacle is receipts, it's evidence, it's facts, it's real. Every time you see Pentacle, it is not, some woo-woo whatever. You're going to have like documents to back it up, either by the CIA or the Pentagon or whatever governmental agency that they will have that oversee those things. So there's going to be receipt that's going to come out in a big way. in the next 6 months. So with that Ace of Pentacles. So that's promising. That's exciting. And potential outcome, Knight of Cups. So that's going to drive people. So Knight of Cups is movement. It can be traveling, it can be movement, it can be processes. Basically what moves you, what moves this particular night is emotion. So once that information starts coming out, a lot of people are going to be driven on an emotional level, right? And it looks like with that Emperor card, Emperor usually for me is the alliance. It's usually the good guy card, and it also represents law and order. So I think it might be 2 at this point. So we asked with that information. So it looks like, you know, once they do the cleanup that they need to do in the background with everything is okay, they're going to start presenting more information, more documents. It's going to be either through FOIA or through a whistleblower or whatever means that they use is going to come out in a big way. And it looks like the alliance is going to have something to do with it in the background. And also Knight of Pentacles, again, 2 movement cards, you know, Knight of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. So emotionally driven and very careful, very strategic and patiently. So as if they're going to continue putting the information out there in the next 6 months or so, incrementally, and it's planned. You're going to put, so again, just to wake the people up, deprogramming them so they can get used to the idea that we're not alone in the universe. So, wow, that is awesome. And I'm going to take 2 more cards just to be curious. This is 9 of Cups. So I guess the people who are really into the UFO, really into knowing what's out there, they're going to get their wish come true. They're going to get, you know, information, more information. King of Swords. So King of Swords is can be and that will force the population to be awakened in a big way, because King of Swords is about truth, word, facts, information, spiritual awakening, and the fact that it's a king. There's no higher than the king. So it's as if on a mass scale, the population is going to wake up, is going to awaken to this truth. So people who are aware, who've been curious but didn't want to voice it, you're going to get your dream come true. You're going to find out what's really going on, what's out there. And also for the rest of the population who are not really caring about UFOs in general, they're going to have a big awakening. Again, Swords is always a little harsh, and Swords is about thoughts, words, information, truth, and spiritual awakening. It's a little harsh, it's a little uncomfortable, but when it comes at you, there's no turning back. Wow, guys, that was interesting. That was an interesting read. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video. Thank you guys to my current subscriber, to my brand new subscribers. You guys are awesome on YouTube, on BitChute, on Rumble. I am so grateful. I am appreciative and humble by everything, especially your comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.